Impact Radio.
Let's go!
With Sir Blackston and the Masked Hope.
Raw Impact Radio. I am Sir Blackston. And he is...
And still reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Impact Radio champion, the Masked Hope.
Sir, I am Sir Blackston. I have questions. What is happening right now? What is this?
The mask Hope, so I figure I should wear a mask.
But that's my gimmick. I'm the I'm the masked host, and you are the masked hope. What is this? Like, why am I? Why?
I mean, the TikTok shop is a very wonderful place. They have a plethora of items, and I got this wonderful ski mask from the TikTok shop, and I thought I should use it.
Bro, the TikTok shop sells shiesties? That's the only way that I can think of it. They sell shiesties now?
TikTok shop sells everything.
Good God, man. I got to get on there.
You should. It's
actually
quality
like that.
products all around.
So that's all one piece. You don't have to pull up and then, because look, I'm going to take this off now. I'm going to unmask right now. Maybe I'm not. Okay, maybe it's like the Venom symbiote here. But dude,
it's attached to you.
It's attached to me. I need loud noises. Bro, that's pretty sturdy. I like that.
This is actually quality fabric.
It feels like it'd be pretty good in the winter. Oh my God, where'd he go? Hope, come back! Good God. Oh,
it actually would be pretty good in the winter, but it's hot as right now. So
very nice, sir. What's going on?
Fun stuff going on in the wrestling world, as always. Jam-packed week, and yeah, there's potential we'll have a AEW versus WWE part 2.
Really?
Yeah,
we need to talk. That being said, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
Sir Blackston.
Oh, motherfucking Moss.
The Masked Hope.
I hate when they make these groups and then they lose. How are they going to get over losing?
Raw Impact Radio.
Raw Impact Radio. It's your shower thoughts. The Masked Hope, and your intrusive thoughts. Sir Blackston. I got to call myself champion again.
Yeah, well, you're probably not used to it yet. You're probably not. I mean, sure, you're the longest reigning champion of all time in Raw Impact Radio history, but it's probably it's still kind of new to you.
Yeah, it's kind of it hasn't quite sunken in.
It hasn't sunk. That thing can sink anything. Intrusive thoughts. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Let's see my thought process. I was originally going to be the intrusive thoughts, but I thought, no, you're the heel.
Oh,
so you should be the intrusive.
How am I the heel? I'm the baby face of this story. I'm the baby face of this. How am I the heel?
Are you though?
The baby face has to chase the heel for the championship. That's what makes successful stories.
Yeah, but then when you're a hero, you hold the title for so long. It's like,
yeah, like I did,
hold it forever,
like I did before, and then you beat me for it by, questionable means. You know what I mean? Questionable means.
Homelander's a thing.
No, bro, that is actually hilarious. Intrusive thoughts, brother. What is going on in the world of wrestling today?
Oh, so much going on. Let's talk about this potential WWE versus AEW happening again. Not potential because it's happening. November 17th. Collision is going to be on Friday because they're having Full Gear that Saturday. So they will be head-to-head SmackDown versus Collision. AEW versus WWE. And it's main roster this time. So AEW definitely going to get smoked.
Yeah, it's over. It's over for AEW. I mean, they got destroyed last week in NXT. Bro, does that mean that there's going to be Collision, 2 hours of Collision, and then Rampage?
Yeah, I think Rampage, if I remember correctly, Rampage is going to be on an hour before.
Oh my God, dude, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot.
Get rid of Rampage.
No one wants it. No one wants it. I kicked the idea of Collision moving to Mondays, which we talked about. I feel like it'd be a good move, especially since Raw is not going to be on Mondays anymore. I'd love to have Collision on Mondays.
It would make more sense than a Saturday. Apparently, Saturday hasn't been working for them. The attendance numbers are low as hell.
Yeah, nobody. I mean, I won't say nobody, but there's a reason that Saturdays have not been scooped up by the WWE. If it were great, if it was a very successful night, they'd probably have already done it by now, right? They've been around damn near 70 years.
I think when they kicked around the idea, Jonathan Coachman actually said that they tried a Saturday show and it didn't work. So that's why they moved away from it.
Yeah, Shotgun Saturday Night. No one watched it. That was fire too. They were fighting in like subways and all of that.
Well, see, everything else is happening on Saturday. You usually have like boxing and UFC and all kind of other stuff going on. So also, Saturday, people busy.
For wrestling fans with lives, they're out. You know what I mean? Like you're out having fun. You know what I mean? Your target demo of 18 to 35. A lot of those guys are out. You know?
Yeah. So you're not going to hit any numbers on Saturday.
Yeah. You want to go on a Monday night when people hate their jobs and their existences the most.
Yep.
And they need an escape. I hated Mondays. When I worked full time, I hated Mondays because the day you look forward to the least. And then at the end of the day, you get the reward of some fresh professional wrestling. You get to watch the Sunday of your Monday, Natalya Neidhart, every Monday night. That's what you really want on Mondays, man. You don't want to have to wait for that wrestling.
Is that a good thing, watching Natalya? I'm questioning that.
Damn.
I want to call you out now.
But no, bro. They did get smoked last week on NXT. I'm assuming that this is going to probably go the same way.
Oh yeah, it's going to be worse because this SmackDown was the A show. SmackDown's where all the action happens. It's going to be so much worse. They're going to get beat down.
And this is around Survivor Series too. With like War Game, and Roman is going to be deep in the thick of things. Roman and Cody is going to get played up a lot. Shit,
yeah,
dude,
it's going to be so bad. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Tony Khan losing.
I was going to say, I wonder if he's sitting down right now cataloging tweets that he's going to write up.
I think he better run it by his PR team because he been going wilding out here.
Now, it's a shame because some of his tweets are valid. It's just the way that he says stuff is like, dude, come.
Yeah, it's presentation. This is why you have a PR team, so you can present it in the right way without looking like you're crazy.
When he said the thing about, this is the first time in 20 years that The Undertaker and John Cena appeared on a show that had less than 1 million viewers, that's true. But
coming from him, it just
exactly. It seems like sour grapes. I mean, you got 600,000, they got 800,000. I am surprised. First off, I wasn't impressed by what anyone did. I am surprised that NXT did not get over 1 million. I was very surprised about that. The way that they loaded that thing up, that should have been over 1 million. This is Tuesday night. They marketed it across all of their programming.
Bro, you had Undertaker, John Cena. Bro, it was stacked. There's no way they shouldn't have got 1 million. So the fact that AEW actually still got 600,000, I felt like they actually was a good number, and they actually put a dent in what they were supposed to get.
Right. And the number itself is fine. The problem is the reaction to the number from Tony Khan. Bro, take his phone. No more phone. Put him on. Who's his dad? Put him on punishment. No phone for you, Tony. Put it in the little box that they make you when you're going to dinner. You know what I mean? Do that shit.
Yeah, I thought that was a good number. He should be proud of that, and he actually held his own a little bit. That's about what I expected.
Yeah, you get the sense that if this were a continuous and ongoing thing, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, you could end up shifting those numbers,
right?
Because if WWE has a bad night, you just pick up on that slack. You good.
So I guess the good news for Tony is that they do have a lead-in of Rampage for an hour. So, you can always put that hook in around, 7:50, 7:55, you know what I mean? CM Punk pop back up on TV. And then it's like, oh God, I can't not watch now. You know what I mean? It's a possibility, but no, it's not.
Yeah, it is possible. Anything's possible, but statistically, not happening.
No. I was just trying to give him hope.
Masked hope.
It's not a little bit of masked hope, veiled hope.
Now, since I started using this name, bro, every time I hear hope somewhere, I say masked hope in my head. It's like, why?
What else is going on in the world of wrestling aside from Tony fights?
Did we talk about Endeavor giving Triple H complete creative control?
Oh, bro, dude. He basically said, Vince is here. If he didn't have to be, you know what I mean? If we weren't contractually obligated. No. It looks like Vince is pretty much relegated to getting the new TV deal straightened out, and completely away from creative, which is good.
What I read is that the CEO was just like, Triple H is head of creative, so let him be head of creative, and he can just stop Vince from interfering, throwing his 2 cents in every Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, this is your job. This is not your job. It's his job. So get the fuck out.
Which makes sense.
I think it's great that Vince has a boss, someone to regulate him and somebody to keep his power in check. Vince McMahon has a manager, dude. Vince McMahon's manager said, "Yo, mind your effing business. This has nothing to do with you." Essentially, I'm just paraphrasing. That's basically what he said, though.
That is essentially what he said. And it's got to be eating at Vince. I can imagine Vince flipping tables and stuff. Like, what? You gonna do this to me? Denzel out here. I built this.
King Kong ain't got nothing on Vince. He's gonna toss a Universal Championship at Ari's head like Brock Lesnar did to him.
Nice.
There's gonna be so many things, dude. I love it. I love the Vince has. This is like, for anyone who's watched what's happened over the past decade or so, the way that he's treated like a lot of his talent and the people behind, good.
It's poetic.
Good.
It's so poetic.
You never get to see the comeuppance of a billionaire, but good, great.
I mean, he's still rich, living the life of luxury.
I know.
This little bit we got here.
I'm glad to see that you're inconvenienced and a little bit agitated over the on-screen. It's the only chink in the armor. It's the only way to get past that force field that he has around him.
It's a win. I'll take the win.
It's a W. A W is a W.
Yeah. What else we got?
Well, the Judgment Day became the new tag team champions, or people are upset about it. They're like, well, why? Why is the Judgment Day? They're flip-flopping the championships. I wanted to talk about this. I called this, man. I believe it was last week on the podcast. I said, because what they did with Dom Mysterio, he lost the title and he won it right back. They're going to do the exact same thing. Yep.
And Judgment Day's going to win it back. I thought it was going to be at the next pay-per-view, but I said it possibly could be on Raw or SmackDown. So I called that.
Is that your I called that dance? Because I'm definitely memeing that. You realize that, right? I'm clipping that and I'm using it. No, bro, the thing is, and people were saying, hey, man, we want trios titles in the WWE. The tag team titles are a plot device. They are not the end game. They are a means to an end. So they needed a reason to continue the Jimmy and Jay storyline. Well, how are we going to do this? Let's take the tag titles off of the Judgment Day and put it on Ooslander. Have Ooslander run around with them, do the drunken press conferences and all of that other stuff, endear themselves to the fans, and then lose them immediately because of Jimmy. It's all just to advance the Jimmy and Jay storyline. That's all it is.
I think it wasn't even to advance the storyline. It was just to kill time while Roman was off.
And it gave Cody something to do.
Exactly. And actually, a report I just read said Cody still is the plan for WrestleMania.
Yep.
And what LA Knight's supposed to be facing off against Roman next, and he's just going to be a stepping stone.
And I don't know how I feel about that. I'd rather LA Knight do something with the World Championship. If you're going to, I don't want him to be in a situation where we know for a fact he's not going to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what you get with Roman. I mean, Roman he's going to win. He's going to have it through Mania at the very least, probably beyond that.
God, hopefully not beyond that.
Oh, you'd hope. People hoped last year. You massed hope last year. But people, that's just not the way that it operates. They want that man for champ for life. Your grandkids are going to have the same gripes that little man. His kids are going to be pissed about Roman.
That would be painful. I mean, they did say in the beginning they wanted a Bruno Sammartino type ring.
That's right.
7 years, bro.
Yep. 7
My
year
little
reign.
man's going to be 10 watching this thing like,
bro, why stop at 4? Why stop at 4, dude? 2030 going to be lit. You just wait. It's going to be crazy.
Now I want to cry.
if you just watch from the perspective of the guy who's on top, man, you're just good to go. But I just see it happening. I just see it lasting forever. I don't see it going anywhere.
I see it ending at next WrestleMania because he needs to go to Hollywood.
Does he? Have we heard a lot about Roman Reigns in Hollywood? Like, have we heard? He can't be casted in anything because of the SAG deal. So unless he had a deal in place before the SAG strike, where's this Hollywood? I'm hearing a lot of Hollywood talk, and I know he was in Hobbs and Shaw, but I haven't heard anything about him in Hollywood beyond that.
Same. I don't know what he's doing when he's like off, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe he should be working on something. Maybe he's taking acting classes or something. But I haven't heard anything either. But that was always the excuse why Roman was off.
Interesting.
That I heard, at least.
I'm trying to think of projects that he's been in. And Hobbs and Shaw.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all that I can think of.
I feel like there was something else that maybe he was cast in, and it never came to fruition as well.
Huh.
I can't think of it on top of my head. I might.
What would you cast Roman Reigns in?
Aquaman.
Which is wild because the guy, Jason Momoa, who was Aquaman, is now going to go be Lobo.
That's what I thought he should be from the beginning, but he was cast as Aquaman. Because I don't know if you like the Justice League or DC, but back in the 90s when they had the Justice League Unlimited animated series, Lobo was the man.
He was. They had there's a new movie that's like all like Superman and Lobo. It's on Max. And there's he used to be on the Superman animated series. I love Lobo. And he looks like Lobo. He looks like he should be Lobo.
He should. That's what I was saying.
And then Roman, I don't know. Because nothing in the history of Aquaman says that he is Samoan. But now that Jason Momoa did it, now I feel like people think that he should be Samoan. So
it makes more sense because, Samoan Islander.
There you go.
Surrounded by water.
Yeah.
You'll be way more effective than living in the middle of the United States. So, it just fits.
I went to the Jets game. Eagles-Jets. Really? Completely on a whim. Last minute, I was in the area, and I had something to do that day earlier in the area, whatever. So I was just around. So me and my dad, we went to the Eagles-Jets game. Great place, great facility, MetLife Stadium.
Nice.
Haven't been to one in a while. And I was like, the whole time I was there, I was thinking, all right, so that's where Roman's going to be. That's where he's going to pin Cody at, right there. Pin him 1, 2, 3. And Cody's story will be finished.
I think you got it reversed.
Yeah, the tomatoes, oranges, you know what I mean? All of that good stuff.
Is that how blood oranges are made?
Kind of. Yeah, you got to pin them first. To pin the oranges. Bro, do we know what a work is, right?
So what?
You know what a work is, right?
Of course.
CM Punk is not coming to WWE. Do you believe that that's a work?
Man, anything is possible in the world of wrestling, but I don't believe it.
You don't believe that he's coming?
I don't believe that he's coming. But here's the thing, right? Chicago shows. Impact Bound for Glory sold out in Chicago. And Survivor Series in Chicago sold out. And there was rumors that he's coming to both. So everybody believes he's coming, but I can't see it, man. I can't see Triple H putting his ego aside and CM Punk putting his ego aside and actually saying, okay, I'll do business. I'll play ball. Yeah, I can't see it, man.
Bro, 2 shows sold out off of the possibility of CM Punk being there. You know what trumps ego in the world of business is money. Money trumps everything. USA Network tweeted something out about the best in the world and the Nakamura references, even though they said, oh, this was just a random group of people who decided to get together and troll CM Punk on screen. They decided to teletroll CM Punk and just do stuff like mention the best in the world and do the go to sleep and all of this other stuff. But they're just trolling. It's just independence, bro. Come on.
It can't be a coincidence.
What I look like?
Like it's too much to be a coincidence, but I still don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it until I see it, though.
I don't want to be worked. That's the only thing. I don't care. I don't necessarily want CM Punk back. I don't care about CM Punk being a WWE.
I am not a fan of CM Punk at all. I think he's overrated. I don't know why people like him at all. So
there was a time when I was like all about him, and that was around the time of that his infamous promo, but outside of that, okay, great.
That was it. And then I didn't even think the pipe bomb was that spectacular.
I did, because it was literally all of the things that I was thinking, and obviously it was strategically that way. Because
that's why everybody connected with it, because it was exactly how we felt. Like,
and then he went out. The thing that killed it for me is that he won a championship, and then like he lost it as soon as he got back, and then the whole thing with Kevin Nash. I was like, okay, well, this is how you de-push. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It was just I don't
see,
care.
They pleased his ego for a second, and then it was like, okay, now that you officially signed back with the company, motherfucker, give me that championship back. Feud with Kevin Nash.
What else is going on in wrestling, man?
Oh, did you see Ava Raine? Paul Heyman teased Ava Raine to join the Bloodline.
I did.
He's holding his phone up.
I did see that. How do you feel about that, man? I'm here for it.
She's not ready, but I would love it when it is time.
It'd be cool if that was like the angle, is that she's not ready. So you bring her up as like a means of training her, or you know what I mean, kind of showing her what it is to be top tier Bloodline in this industry. The wise man with his technologies on the phone with Roman now.
He had to make a call. Paul Heyman was, he need my fingerprints to answer the call to Paul Heyman. I don't want him making deals behind my back.
He's like, call the tribal chief.
Dad, I need Heyman on the phone right now. We got business.
Bro, did you see they're installing this 7-foot-tall WWE championship in front of the headquarters?
Yeah, I saw that. That is wild. I need that on my front lawn.
Isn't it cool? Isn't it fire?
It's incredible.
It's so cool that they've got money for that, and they've made so many cost-cutting cuts earlier this year. But you got money for big-ass WWE championships in front of your building, huh? Is that right? You can't afford top dollar, but you can put this big-ass 7-foot championship in front of your damn building, huh, Vince?
You can spend top dollars on that championship.
It's ball dinkies. They better not never do anything nice. I'm picking it all apart.
Hey, that probably was already in the budget, you know?
Yeah. You know what wasn't in the budget? Shelton Benjamin wasn't in the budget, but you got big-ass championships in the budget. First off, the logo is already on the building. You can already see it. There's a big-ass W. Why y'all gotta make this?
You got a new building. You got to be extra. You know, you got to flaunt a little bit. Let them know where they at. Drop this big ass championship in the courtyard.
Flaunt by bringing back my hurt business. That's how you flaunt. That's how you get my respect. I remember years ago I wanted to take a trip up there to Stanford just to check out the headquarters, see if they offered tours or anything. So I called up. I'm like 10 years old. Hey, do you guys offer tours? No. Well, fuck you. Like, why wouldn't you? This is the WWE. Offer tours. I don't know whether or not they do it now, but man.
I haven't heard of tours. I probably would have looked into it as well.
Yeah. I used to bug people when I was younger. And people, I'm sure, were sick of me.
Oh, but tours would be awesome, though, because then they have like an Undertaker statue in the lobby. And
I'm like, why do you have all of this cool shit if you're not going to offer tours? Why do you got all of this? The big-ass Tyrannosaurus Rex head and the Vince's... Show me this shit. I want to see it.
Right? At least give me a walkthrough on a TV show or something.
Exactly. I don't know.
They need a museum. I've said this many times over. They need a museum. All the stuff they have in the warehouse, and like they could just cycle out all that stuff into the museum and back to the warehouse, and it'll be great.
Even like a physical,
I would definitely travel to see it.
A Hall of Fame building. You know what I mean? Just like an actual Hall of Fame. They used to do in the days and weeks leading up to WrestleMania, they used to have wherever they would stop for the WWE live tour, the Road to WrestleMania, they would call it. They would have stuff. So, they have Andre the Giant's boots and like the original WWF championship and all of that good stuff. They have all of that stuff. It would be cool to have a museum. That would go crazy.
Well, that'd be making bank. That's missed opportunities right there.
That would go crazy, man. Where do you put it?
What's their most popular market? What, New York?
Probably. Do you remember WWF New York? They could have put it in the same building as WWF New York.
I do remember that.
I went there once.
They should have done that instead of doing what they did. Whether they just open another restaurant. New York has like 7,000 restaurants.
God, dude. New York is dangerous with the restaurant food because, man, I want to try everything. I'm a big guy.
Yeah, yeah, 7'12".
You know, 4'10". But dude, I went to WWF New York once. Wasn't impressed. Although this was my first time holding a Universal Championship or the Undisputed Championship at the time. I was like, oh, cool.
Nice.
This is what it's like.
I wasn't even in the country at the time. So.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, how was
Yeah.
It's like WWF Bahamas was like
well, completely non-existent.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else as far as news?
So wild thing coming out of AEW. Did you hear about Edge going off on Ricky Starks?
I did not. What happened?
So, they're cutting a promo. Ricky Starks cutting a promo on Edge and Christian or whoever. And so Ricky Starks just out of nowhere just called Edge Bug Eyes. Like, listen, Bug Eyes, you stay out of it. So that set Edge off. And he's like, listen, you vanilla midget version of The Rock, calm down. So it's...
So wait, does Edge have bug eyes? Well, I guess he does. They're kind of beady.
He kind of does. Like it's not like it's super noticeable, but
do you remember when Edge was doing that thing where he would take the bar of the chair and like stomp it out and like grab him back with like the crossface using that bar? I think he did. Yeah. He got Roman with it, Jay a few times. One of the big things that was played up was Edge's eyes and like how beady they were and all of that other stuff. So I mean, it's part of like it's been acknowledged on TV. Why did that trigger him like that? I wonder.
It seemed like it was out of nowhere though, like because he wasn't even. I think he was cutting a promo on Christian or whoever else was just in the ring. I think it was Christian.
Oh, Ricky was on his side.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Shit. Oh.
No, not on his side, but he's like across the ring. Edge is across the ring, standing next to whoever. I don't even remember, but it was like he was shooting. These are stray bullets. He didn't even need to shoot in this direction.
Wow. So is Edge now? See, real glass, real glass Edge. Okay, that's his real glass moment.
These youngsters need to show some respect out here.
Exactly, that's his real glass moment. Y'all keep it up. Backstage fights, Adam Copeland beating the shit out of somebody, man. Could you imagine it?
No, I can't even picture. I can't picture it because as far as I know, he's been nothing but helpful to people. So him actually like knocking somebody out, like sucker punching somebody, I can't even imagine that.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Got your bug-eyed, bitch. You just punch him upside his face. That'd be hilarious.
Catch him slipping. Oh, one more thing on the news front. Did you hear about Ronda Rousey's possible retirement?
No.
It's not like she announced it, but she said on one of the caption on one of her Instagram pictures was like a quote from the movie Elements, and it was something like enjoying whatever from my retirement. I don't remember the exact quote. So she's implying that she's retired.
I mean, listen, all right. I think that she's got more money than more money than she knows what to do with. I'm sure. Yeah. You can live comfortably. She has her husband. She has her kids. She has her pig farm. You know what I mean? Like, why are we, you don't have to if you don't want to. And if you don't want to, then don't.
Yeah. She literally did the exact same thing Brock Lesnar did. Brock took his money, made his farm in the middle of Canada, and he's good. He's living his best life.
Something about that UFC, man. It makes people want to buy farms and live their best lives.
I think the people that fight in UFC are usually people that just don't want to be around.
Exactly. They just buy land and like, this is my land now. This is my town. These pigs, man. I'm here for it, dude. I think that she did. A lot of people were very critical of her time in WWE. I think she did fine. I think she did fine.
I thought she had a nice run, better than most.
Yeah. I mean, if you say Ronda Rousey, Eva Marie, you know what I mean? It's big ass difference. You know what I mean? So,
huge difference, man. She was at the top of the card.
Exactly. And she worked very hard to learn a lot in a very short period of time. Her promo skills weren't the best. It is what it is. Everybody don't have that talent. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Not every wrestler is well-rounded like that.
Right.
So she was one of those that didn't have the mic skill but had the in-ring skill.
Now, were there better ways to do her? Yes, absolutely. You 100%. Put her with somebody. Personally, I think that Paul Heyman should have represented her and Brock at the same time. I think that would have been really cool. But But they didn't go that route. They had her go out there on her own and try to stumble through these damn promos, and it did not work out all the time because what she thought was cool or interesting or exciting wasn't, and it just didn't work out. So it just is what it is.
That's why you have a creative team.
There you go.
Supposed to come up with something for her so she don't have to talk.
Exactly.
Like what they're doing with Shinsuke right now.
Which I love. Even though last night he just basically came out there, hey, Ricochet, I'm going to squish you like a bug. And then that was the end of the promo. So he just keep
sometimes that's all you need. Simplicity.
He said, you're not World Heavyweight Champion. I'm not dedicating all of this Adobe Premiere editing to you, Ricochet.
You want to jump into Raw? Because I got something about Ricochet. Not really.
Oh, yeah, by all means. Shinsuke.
I've noticed that Ricochet's entire offense is just shooting stars. Standing shooting star, top rope shooting star in the crowd. Shooting star outside the ring. His entire offense is just shooting star. He even does that thing where he runs up someone's chest. It's just a shooting star.
He's just a mini shooting star. I don't care. He can do it. He can do it. Like some people are really good at throwing punches. He's really good at shooting stars.
I mean, do what you're best at, but I'm just saying.
It's his wheelhouse.
My man has one move. He's like Brock Lesnar, but with shooting stars.
He said, I've never seen Ricochet throw a punch or just a drop kick. It's going to be a shooting star, damn it.
Drop kick is a shooting star. Like, what are you doing?
Real life, somebody run up on Samantha and push her. Oh, shit, you done fucked up now. You just wait. Start stretching and shit, getting all limber, putting his leg up in the air, shooting star. You have a road rage incident. You get out of his car, get on top of his car, and shooting star onto the other person. Your kids get out of line. You're not spanking them.
Lay
you
down.
Keep this shit up. You keep it up. You better get some A's, motherfucker.
Speaking of shooting star, my toddler trying his shooting star on the couch right now.
Really? Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Little Ricky.
That's what I'm saying.
Little Rick.
Dude is on the couch handle and just
boom. There's a future. Ricochet is paving the way for your wise man, his wrestling career. Okay, that's what's happening right now.
New generation of shooting stars. I'm all for it.
That is funny. He said all he does is shooting stars. That is hilarious and accurate.
I literally just noticed it last night. Like watching Raw. It's like, hey, okay, he did a shooting star. All right. He's outside the ring. He did a shooting star. Okay, jumping down in the crowd. It's another shooting star. That's all the man's got.
That is too funny, and it's hilarious because I'm playing it back. I'm like, come think of it, I don't think I ever have seen him do anything.
That's what I'm saying. It just hit me last night as I'm watching that. Like, what do you do? Not that it's bad. He has that incredible skill to do that, but
and it's cool to see.
Yeah, but switch it up, bro.
Bro, that match that they had last night, so good, such a banger.
That was a really nice match. That was almost like it was practically a pay-per-view match.
Yeah, it was, and it could be. Maybe one. So I kicked it out last night. Do you think he'll ever be world champion, Ricochet? I know we always say about Shinsuke, but do you think Ricochet will ever be world champion?
Ever is a long time.
In the WWE, also, I should put that.
Well, I mean, he was already champion in Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
So he already hit that technically. But in the WWE, I can't see it. Like the current Ricochet, I can't see it. He needed a character change.
What is it?
I can't even see it.
What is it about him that says like no? And you said it's his character.
There's nothing about him that says world champion in WWE.
Right.
Like I'm just comparing him to Lucha Underground. His presentation was entirely different as Prince Puma. He's wearing a mask, but the way he carried himself was like, yeah, I'm badass, but I can do these flips. So he needs to bring that back. Right now, he's just a flippy guy that loses a lot. So I think he needs to like get serious and start dominating people out here. Then he'll be that guy where he can win a world championship.
I know we've said certain things about certain demographics not being booked in a certain way, and we're talking about because they've had issues booking a lot of black talent. I don't think it's on him being black. I think it's on like exactly what you said, and maybe they don't know how to book some black talent, but also they don't know how to book super athletic talent to be believable world champions.
Yeah.
Kofi.
Yeah, they don't understand how to do that. It's not in their wheelhouse. So everybody who can do that flippy stuff has usually been comedy to them.
Even like Seth, people talk a lot about Seth's current reign and all of that stuff. I feel like they don't. If he were a little bit bigger, they might book him with a little bit more. We were talking about a nemesis. They might give him a nemesis under those circumstances. But I feel like they would rather, put that on somebody who's a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? Roman or Drew or somebody like that.
I feel so as well. Speaking of Drew, I feel like Drew might actually take that title from him.
Do you?
Yeah. I can see it happening.
Keep that in mind for the prediction show. You write that down.
Oh, speaking of predictions, what are we supposed to be doing with this 2K? Supposed to be battling for the championship in 2K.
You were serious?
Yeah, man.
You really want some of this? You really want some of this? I ain't got no. What do I have? Anything gold in the room? Anything? Give me something gold, damn it! These glasses. What you want? What you want? Now. What you
just gonna bust out a gold tooth or something. What? You want some gold?
I can't. It's like I can't eat. You know what I mean? Like it gets rough in this damn mask. Like it's terrible. But no, man. Yo, I'm here for it, man. What's up?
I told you.
What's up?
Anytime, anywhere, homie.
Day of Reckoning. No, we can't, I guess they didn't have online.
I said anywhere. Day of Reckoning. You're going way back. How are we even going to access that?
They didn't have online on the GameCube is the problem. Damn. Okay. All right. I see what you're saying here. All right. Fine. You still don't want it. No, I've never played WWE 2K20 or 21 or 22 or 23. I'll take the training mode.
I went through my game collection and 2020 and 21 is in there. So
okay. So what you're saying is that you have experience in it, and I am just the new guy, and you just want to whoop my ass left and right. You know what I mean? Just taking all to. Hey, let me make it look like we can actually win for a minute, and then after I get my hopes up, and I'm excited getting my masked hopes up. It is going to be masked because it's not hope at all. It's anguish.
So wordplay. Oh, wow. Top notch.
Bro. But you know what? I'll run into that ass whooping. I'll run into that buzzsaw. You know why? Because I don't, but I'm going to do it anyway. So yeah, I will take you up on your challenge. Are we going with established people or do we have to create our people?
You gotta go established. I don't have time to create him. I might have a creative character in there. But.
All right, cool. So I feel like this might be a possibility, but who knows? We're not out here. It's not a contest, not a competition. Oh wait, yes it is.
That's
exactly what a head-to-head game is.
Pretty much. Anyway, back to Raw.
But no, yeah, I'm here for it. It's whatever, whenever, on site. Want
the smoke, homie? You want the smoke, homie?
You really can't see me.
I don't think anybody can. You were blurred and now you're masked.
Exactly. All right, it's all you. What happened on Raw?
Oh, 5-star banger Natalya versus Piper Niven.
Bro, let's stop playing these games, all right? Nobody's checking for Rhea. It's about Natty, bro. The Sunday of my Monday. I want Natalya Neidhart in that slot. Hey, no damn Rhea. I was on the phone with Paul Heyman setting things up so Jimmy could come through for them tag team titles. No! Natty! Natalya! All the character, personality, and charisma and promo skills you could ever ask for. Ever.
I don't think anybody has ever said that ever.
Y'all must don't know. Because Natalya's on it.
Listen, Natalya is a really good wrestler. she got the skills. She got the bloodline.
We are not going to zoom past the shade that you just threw. You just demoted her in your sentence from being great to being really good. The difference in really good and great is monumental. And you just took this away from this woman who's worked her ass off for the past 70 years at professional wrestling.
Man, I was a huge fan of Natalia at the start because because bloodline and all that stuff, and she's good in the ring. She could do everything in the ring, but she has no charisma. The problem was charisma, so she just never got beyond that. She just stayed where she's at because she got no charisma. So yeah, she's a really good wrestler, but she don't have the extra.
Bro, what do you mean no charisma? What do you mean no charisma?
What charisma does she have?
Well, let me ask you, have you ever looked at a glass of water? Because it doesn't have anywhere near the charisma that Natalia has.
Brock Lesnar got more charisma than Natalia.
That's debatable. Natalia, you know what? I was trying to think of something that she said, and I can't. In her entire 13 years with the company, I can't think of one thing that she said that stuck with me, but that don't matter. But that don't matter, though, because she's great. She has
the whole topic of the conversation, that don't matter. Yeah, man, she just hasn't done enough to doesn't anything to be like great.
She's done everything there is to do in the WWE, and you still seem to not care about everything that she's done. If you're on a desert island and you can watch one of these two wrestlers wrestle for the rest of your existence, would it be Natalia or would it be Tamina?
I will watch some crabs fight to the death. Both of those matches are happening right next to me. I'm like, man, these crabs are banging right now. This is the Ricochet of crabs. There's just shooting stars everywhere.
Bro, do you know how difficult it is to put a sharpshooter on two people? One person is enough. Two people, bro. You need charisma to put it on two people.
Do you know?
Yeah. Have you ever seen a non-charismatic person do it with? Okay, well, if you're saying that she doesn't have any charisma.
Yep. Didn't Bret Hart do that as well? I felt like Bret Hart did that as well. Did he?
I don't know about two people.
I might be mixing up with Jericho. Jericho definitely did it.
Yeah, I know Bret Hart did the figure four over the corner, like the ring post.
Yeah,
he used to do that on Diesel.
Speaking of, I don't even think Bret Hart had that much charisma.
Not only don't you think Bret Hart, Bret Hart did not.
Because he didn't.
He did not, dude. His promo skills were not great. I didn't like Bret until. Every time that he was in a heel role, I liked him. So when he was in his initial heel role, I wasn't watching at the time, but I have gone back and seen clips. Those promos were great. The moment they tried to make him like a baby face and a good guy, and maybe I just don't like baby faces, but the moment that they tried to do that with him, he just fell off. But as a heel, when he was cutting promos on Austin and HBK and all, he was cooking. He was top tier at that point. I loved heel Heart Foundation Bret. You didn't.
No, I think that's
shit.
Actually before my time a little bit.
Oh, yeah, 97, 98.
Yeah. I think I started watching in 98.
Well, listen, trust me, okay? He was way better there than he was anytime he was trying to be a good guy.
I just never got it for him. The whole catchphrase, best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. That's a great catchphrase. But other than that, I never saw any charisma in him either.
And even that, I mean, is he the best right now?
No.
So he lied. He lied to you for years, for decades. He said that he was
for
the best
decades.
There ever will be.
I mean, you got to believe in yourself, though. It's the same. It's the same with Tony Khan just going off. Like you got to believe in your boys. He know he was going to lose, but he's going to say, "Hey, we're going to destroy WWE. We're going to destroy NXT." You got to believe in yourself.
By the way, HBK and Triple H, I would imagine, are taking that pretty personally. A lot of the stuff that he said about them being bald a-holes and all of that stuff, I would imagine like it's probably going to be a full-on, whatever we can do at any point to F AEW over, we're going to do that.
Yeah. Will TKO allow it though?
TKO.
Yeah. Because this whole thing came off because of baseball. It wasn't their choice. And when they face off again, it's gonna be because they have a pay-per-view going on Saturday. It's not really.
No. I'm not talking about like just head to head. I'm talking about any way we can F these folks over. They want to book an arena, we're going to book it first.
But they're already doing that.
Yeah, but they're going to ramp it up, going after talent and all of that stuff. A lot of things like
they're already doing that too. There's what Tony Khan was saying about the contract tampering, allegedly. They reached out to William Regal, Swerve, Mox, trying to get them to come back to WWE while they were still under contract. But they're already doing all this.
He's like, how could they F them any further?
They're still doing it.
And Swerve ratted them out too.
Yeah, Swerve, what the report said, Swerve referred them to his legal team.
And told Tony, hey man, these guys are trying to get me to sign with them.
Yeah, so.
I think it's about to get even messier. I think it's about to get wild. I think the Tony's tweets have cost him something and he don't even know it yet.
I can't see it. I mean, it could always get worse, but I can't imagine them doing much more because they're already like doing everything to try to hurt AEW anyway.
They could put their show on a Wednesday. They could put Raw on a Wednesday and just what is Dynamite doing? If they've already set their TV deal and they're locked in for Wednesdays for the next 4 or 5 years, and Raw or SmackDown just decides to sit on a Wednesday, how does Tony recover from that? That's your bread and butter show. That's your flagship.
I feel like AEW's contract is more flexible though with Turner or Warner Brothers Discovery.
I don't know, but those sales, they're I don't know, man.
Because if you remember, they were able to move from TNT to TBS to prevent.
Do you think Tony's ego, the way that it is, he would admit at that level to that level of defeat? He'd be like, hey, you know what? We just can't cut it with the WWE on Wednesdays. We're going to move to Thursdays or something like that. Do you think Tony Khan would do that?
Yes, but I feel like it would be a year of fighting before someone convinces him, like, yo, we losing money. You need to switch to a different night. I don't think it's going to be him like, all right, let me do this. It's going to be like the people around him like, bro, we're getting our ass kicked. And you never know. It might be a surprise and AEW start taking viewers from WWE because we're going to have to start looking at what WWE numbers are now. And if they actually end up on a night with AEW, see how much it dropped. Because it's going to drop. Because the fans are going to be divided. Whether it's just them switching back and forth or just staying on AEW or WWE. It's gonna hurt both companies. It'll just hurt AEW more.
I think this petty shit that the WWE did against AEW when it was NXT versus AEW, I think that they would try to find a way to sustain that pettiness all throughout. And AEW would have to figure out a way to punch back. Like, because right now you got no leverage against them. They would have to punch back somehow.
I don't think that's sustainable because they literally like threw everything they had on this one show to try destroy AEW, and they didn't beat them that bad. So I can't see them doing that week after week.
Maybe that should be this week's question. If Raw moved to Wednesdays, who do you think would dominate?
I mean, yeah, but obviously WWE would, but I feel like AEW would slowly chip away at their viewership.
So it'd kind of be like when WCW decided to put Nitro up against Raw, and initially Raw was doing its thing, and WCW came back and beat the shit out of it. So it would take
if you do that, if you go head to head with another company, you're gonna have to be impeccable every night. Because as soon as you do something stupid, there is something else on to watch. As soon as you put Natalia on with Natalia versus Tamina. Like, I don't want to see this. What's going on in AEW?
First off, bro, I'm kind of heartbroken. This is a heart, but it's not broken, and it doesn't show how broken it is that you use Natalia in your example, okay? Why you got to be the Sunday of my Wednesday, okay, would be Natalia at that point, okay? Why you got to bring her into it?
I just bring it full circle, got to keep you going. Keep this train rolling, baby.
Man, I think that I don't know that you would have to sustain it at that level. And when you think about it, all that they really did was bring in Undertaker. The rest of these guys are already on their main roster. Those lines are blurred. I think they could sustain it. I think they could have a Cody up against AEW every week, or a Roman when he's available up against AEW every week.
When he's available.
Well, I mean, but that's Roman. Do you need Roman?
Weeks when Roman isn't there, SmackDown is usually lackluster.
Do you need Roman to beat Dynamite? That's the question. No. Do you need Roman to beat Dynamite?
You don't, because they're going to start off with the high numbers, but long term, I feel like AEW would chip at him. And if Roman ain't going to be there half the shows, so they're going all the shows that Roman isn't there. The numbers going to be going down. Then when he come back, they're going to get that numbers back again.
It's possible, but Tony would have to do some things with the book, and he would have to tell some amazing stories. And what they're doing with MJF and Adam Cole, that would have to be across the board for them to really jump up. You know what I mean? Because I think the one segment that – no, I have to go back because somebody broke down like the actual quarter hours of what segment was up against what segment. And, where the one segment or two segments where AEW did beat out NXT – so you'd have to take a look at that. And like you said, WWE would have to trim the fat. Not calling Natty fat, okay? Stop, all right? Stop putting words in my mouth, all right? Damn, she's the Sunday of my Monday. But, they would have to trim stuff like that. So it would force the WWE to stop going to the same well. One of the things last night, you started the show off, season premiere. Sami Zayn comes out. Oh, man, I sure do miss my friend. I wish we could be champions together again. And then you go right back into the deal with the Judgment Day. They'd have to stop doing that shit.
Yeah, so saying people, when you get tired of that, there's something else on.
I think Triple H is smart enough to do that, though.
He is, but he's arguably there's some lazy booking within the show that he's booking.
Not arguably. I don't like the way that they set up New Day and Alpha Academy last night.
That was stupid. Wasn't a fan, but hey, it happened.
My fault. We done got all the way off track.
Yeah, right.
See what happens when you mention Natalia?
Everything just goes to hell.
Did he just try to repeat
you? I hope not. All right. We're good.
Oh man.
He's busy playing with his basketball.
What else happened last night on the Raws?
Oh, you want some bangers? How about Ludwig Kaiser versus Gargano?
Bro, Johnny Gargano. First off, Ludwig Kaiser is one of my favorites on the roster.
And he's like, this dude should be Intercontinental Champion. He's banger after banger. Like, I think he competed like every week. Bro.
Yes.
And every match is always a solid match. I don't think it's ever been a bad match with him.
And he's so in tune with his character. Like, I'd love to see him when he's not in character. Because he's so in tune with his character. You get the sense that this is who he is.
Yeah.
Bro, what are they doing with Johnny Gargano?
Man, I don't know how they have him have a big return and just lose like that. Like, I hope they get a win back when they tag together. But well, why? I mean, you protected him by having them cheat to
win.
Having them cheat to make him look good. But so I don't know what they're doing with him.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I feel like Johnny Gargano. I don't know about Johnny Gargano, man. I feel like if I had to say between him and Chad Gable, who's going to have like a stronger main roster run, it's definitely Chad Gable.
100%. I feel like they believe in Chad Gable more than they do Gargano.
Yeah. I only said Chad Gable because they're around the same height. It's kind of fucked up.
That's messed up. Like you want to pick on short people like that? You're like 8'5".
I'm not like 8 foot. I'm like 5'8". That's what I am, dude. I'm not that tall. You're going to set this up, and then people are going to see like they're going to start running up on really tall people at wrestling events. Oh, are you Sir Blackston? Who the hell are you talking about? I ain't no damn Sir Blackston. That's how it's going to go. You know what I mean?
And they'll be right, because just look for the giant dude towering about everybody else.
Nope, it's going to be some dude. He's going to buy one of them damn shiesties that you're selling on the TikTok shop and be walking around with some sunglasses. And he's going to be a Sir Blackston impersonator, and he's going to be like 8'5", and he's going to, you got to get off my shoulder. Get your hand off my hip.
Oh, I would love to see that. That'd be great. And I'll just stand next to him all night, like, yeah. Blackston, right?
Bro, I went to that Jets game. These motherfuckers were like 8 foot tall at the Jets game. Like, seriously, like there's some big ass football fans. I was like, Jesus, I am just.
They need to be on the field.
For real. Playing for the Eagles because they suck. But whatever. We're not going to get into all of that right now. Anything else?
What do you think about that Seth Drew promo?
I liked it. I like Seth. I like Seth. I like Seth in his role. A lot of people don't. I like it. You know what I mean? I agree with you though. I do think that Drew is. He should take it.
It's getting a bit long in the tooth, Seth's reign right now. He's doing a lot, but not a lot at the same time.
Yeah.
So he might be getting to that stage where he could lose it. He had a good run, beat Shinsuke 34,000 times. Time for Drew to actually get some acknowledgement and take that title.
If we take Seth Rollins' run, the first 5 months of Seth's run, and we compare them with the first 5 months of Roman's run, we'll see the difference in the two, and the reason that so many people felt way differently about Roman's first 5 months than they do about Seth's.
But Roman's always been divisive because, people didn't like him because of the way they were pushing him when he wasn't ready. And then when he came back as his tribal chief, it's the best thing since Betty White.
Dude, 5 months in, and I don't know how many, they may have had the same amount of runs as world champion before their current runs between Seth and Roman. I don't know how many times Seth has been champion or how many times Roman has been champion. But I got to assume that it's pretty comparable, right?
I think it was comparable. Like maybe one had one more than the other or something like that before the current iteration.
But dude, I'm telling you, if you look at Seth and you look at Roman, the way that they were booked in the first half a year in their runs, man, Roman's got it, and it ain't even close.
They're not doing a lot with Seth.
Yeah,
he needs something different.
What does
he needs a change?
He does. What kind of change does he need? How would you book Seth? How would
you actually said it? He needs a nemesis.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs someone that every match is going to try foil what he's doing. Every show is going to be like attacking him. Like he needs that. He don't need to be cutting promos while he's good at promos. He needs like a blood feud.
Yeah.
To make it more interesting.
Dean Ambrose to WWE confirmed.
Ooh, man! As much as I wouldn't like it, I would like it. Because Mox is a staple in AEW. If he left,
oh yeah. Dude, that's the type of shit that I'm talking about. That's where you know you got wars when they start going after guys like Moxley and MJF.
Yep.
Yeah, Shane Strickland. I know he doesn't want to, but look, hey, I called him Shane, didn't I?
You did.
It's Swerve.
This is just Swerve, yeah. But I think Swerve knew better than to go back because he definitely have a possibility of being world champion in AEW. If you go back to WWE, especially when they reached out to him, the power struggle was going on. No. He would have been bottom of the card again.
You see what they did with the Good Brothers? Brought him back for absolutely nothing. Mia Yim came back for absolutely nothing.
It was going to be the exact same thing with Swerve, and he knew better, so he didn't want to risk that. Oh, he didn't talk about first, Big Meaty Man slapping me,
bro. The Masked Hope Man Meat special of the 10/17 edition.
That's what I'm saying. That was wonderful. And Bronson Reed was looking really good.
Yeah,
but Gunther took it to him and
bro, his chest
squeaked it out of there.
His chest was his ground beef.
It was bad, bro. I don't know how these dudes could take that, bro.
There's a question about chops this week, and man, some choppers out there. It's some choppers. I'm just saying, Gunther, he's a chopper, but man, there's some choppers out there in the world of wrestling, man.
Yeah, I'm not aware of much choppers out there.
I don't know, man. You be in these streets. I know you know about the chopper.
I'd be thugging out here, bro.
Oh wait, that's right. You're the champion. Bro, I love how it changes every week. Where you decide to hold that belt.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
It's inconvenient.
Why did we go so big?
It's like, I left it up to you. I gave you the decision. I was like, Hope, listen.
You should know better than to let me make decisions.
This plate is 15 inches. It's 3 inches larger than the world championship. Are you sure? Dude, bigger is better. I want that. I want that 2-story building over my shoulder. And now you got it. You won it immediately. There's no footage of me with the damn belt.
And there never will be. I didn't laugh. Was immediately disappointed. I was like, But what else out of Raw? Judgment Day versus Cody and Jey Uso.
So, how do you feel about this title change?
Unnecessary, but I called it.
You did.
I fucking called it. Oh,
the self-editing. Do you think they should have ever taken him off in the first place?
No, it was pointless. It was just to fill time because Roman's not there. And why? And instead of actual tag team who could use the notoriety, they give it to Cody and Jay.
And I think that's one of my big things too, dude. Because you got Imperium, you got New Day, there's a bunch of actual tag teams. Well, I guess the other Viking Raider is injured. Eric is injured, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you have like legit tag teams, and you guys go with this first time tag team to beat them for the championships. Is there any other way that you could have advanced the story, or any other way that you could have advanced Jimmy versus Jay outside of having to interrupt this thing here and just call attention to the fact that you don't know what the fuck to do with your tag titles?
He could have just come in and take him out at any point. It didn't have to be for the tag titles. It didn't mean more that it was for the tag title, because I always thought they were going to win it back anyway. I always thought Judgment Day was going to win it back anyway. So it's just an unnecessary thing. Take the title away from Judgment Day and put it right back on him. Same thing they do with Dom Mysterio. No,
will they do it with Rhea? Because this Fatal 5-Way thing, it's got me thinking. Like it could go. Some things could happen.
It would. I didn't think so until you said that Fatal 5.
And so yeah, she doesn't have to be pinned or whatever to lose her belt.
Damn, I can see them doing it, but I don't want them to do it.
I'm looking at the field. I don't think any of them, I don't think any of the folks in there could garner a world championship run. Now, if they were to make it a scary 6-way, I don't know what the 6th one would be. But if you put Natalya in there, okay, you put Natty in the ice. You know what I mean? Now I got questions. Oh shit, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen now? It could go either way, bang bang. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
We could just title this episode Natalya. I could see Rhea, now that you said it, I could see Rhea losing the title and winning it right back in like a month not a month, like 2
Probably
weeks.
That Monday.
Yeah. And you know who I want to win?
I was going to say, who did you
Stark.
see? Zoe, of course. I don't even know why I was going to ask. I don't even know why the hell I was going to ask. You know who I'd like to win? Because I don't see it happening any other way. Is Shayna Baszler. I don't think they're never going to give her a championship.
I thought you were going to say Natalya.
Well, she's not in it. You know what? I feel like I could write Triple H a letter and try to get her Paul Pierce. I'd write Paul Pierce a letter and see if he can get Natalya into the damn match. I'd love to. Man.
Bro, you have to call him by his actual name.
She could put the sharpshooter on 5 people. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Paul Pierce?
Yeah, Paul Pierce.
Okay.
It's Paul Pierce. And the other Paul Pierce is on SmackDown now.
Is the other Paul Pierce?
Yeah, he's the SmackDown general manager now. The other Paul Pierce.
The buff Paul Pierce.
Yeah, it's buff Paul Pierce.
Speaking of, I can't wait until Nick Aldis takes off that shirt and everybody's like, whoa, this guy's jacked.
Are they teasing like a Nick Aldis versus Paul Pierce match, or
it seems like it. I don't know if he could still wrestle Paul. No, yeah, we call him Paul Pierce.
Yes. Perfect.
Adam Pierce.
Who the hell is Adam?
Now you got me all mixed up. I'm scared, Bobby.
No, but Paul versus Nick would be interesting, man.
We would get destroyed. But
Nick Paul.
Nick Aldis is a beast.
Didn't he beat Cody for the championship, right?
I don't remember.
Cody beat him. Somebody beat somebody for that championship. You just hear all of this stuff. But no, dude, Nick Aldis versus Paul Pierce would be Paul 1 versus Paul 2 it'd be pretty fire, man. I'd be here
sure.
You don't think so?
No, I don't even know if Pierce could wrestle.
Why just Pierce?
Anymore.
What's his first name?
I don't know. You've confused me. Your mind games.
If only my wine games could win me a championship.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
That's how I really need to. Fuck Paul Pierce. I need to get that damn belt over my shoulder. Care about. By the way, we could have a situation where I'm champion for like a week.
Do we have back-to-back pay-per-views?
Yeah, you got
Crown Jewel.
Yeah, you got Crown. Is it Crown Jewel?
I don't know.
Whatever.
I just know Crown Jewel is coming up.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So you got Crown Jewel, and then like a week or two later, you got Survivor Series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could totally see you winning.
I could be the Bob Backlund of this shit.
No, you need to take this back. My shoulder is killing me.
Yeah. But fire, man. Fire. Very interesting episode of Raw. How'd you like Raw last night? What did you give
I
it?
thought it was great.
Bang.
I actually watched it live.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't supposed to be.
Oh, you were at work watching it. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming that
I was in a secret location.
Okay. Parts unknown is what it's
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, watching this. Yeah.
I like it. All right, dude, let's take a break. Let's come back and let's do questions and answers and conspiracies and all the other fun stuff that we do.
Yeah.
Be back after this.
Sir Blackston,
Oh, motherfucking Moss.
the Masked Hope,
I hate when they make these groups and then they lose. How are they gonna get over losing?
Raw Impact Radio.
Raw Impact Radio, those were the prophetic words of our current
And still reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Impact Radio champion, the Masked Hope.
Sir. How did you know what they were going to do to Hurt Business 2.0 at that point?
So why not?
You said, I hate it when they put together these groups and they just have them lose. How did you know what they were going to do with the Hurt Business at that point?
Well, I know WWE's booking.
Like, you can always put that blame on them.
You can always bet on Hurt Business losing.
Yeah, bet on Black. Be down.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
So, bro, we got a good amount of questions this week, and we got some conspiracy theories to jump into. So let's get into these questions.
Let's dive into it.
Joey says, who deserves a push after WrestleMania this year? And unrelated wrestling question, who's winning the Super Bowl this year? Okay. Okay.
Definitely not the Eagles. Definitely not the Eagles.
It hurts me to say, I don't want to talk about it at this point. All right, it's still very raw for me. But to witness the ass whooping that the Jets put on the Eagles in person, live, I'm in the building. I'm watching Jalen Hurts just chuck this thing like, hey, Jets defender, I want you to have this one. All right, you take this one to the house, please, sir. Yeah, we just need a first down. That's all we need is a first down. But here, I don't want it. I don't care. You take it. You score. Sad, man. Sad. I was there with my dad. I've never seen my dad that angry in life. I have been in situations where my dad should have been way angrier. But this is the angriest that I've ever seen my dad right there, okay?
That's bad.
After the game, so we left like at the in the mid part of I think before they turned whatever. We left before the fourth quarter. So we ended up watching the game either at the concession stands or they've got like the big monitors outside. And the second that it was announced that the Jets won, some dude got put to sleep. Like immediately put to sleep. I only have a still shot of people standing over him like boom, 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 boom. It was so bad.
You gotta let that anger out somehow,
Bro, it was immediate. And like he started taking on everybody. This guy was like this guy was Super Cena. He started whooping everybody's ass. I was like, hey, look, I'm just here to watch. He was on our side, so we were good to go. But yeah, man, it was a rough time. Rough time, man. Rough time. I agree with you. They're not going to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, they're not looking good this year. And I'm not even like a super football fan, but I know that much.
We need to bring Steven Sports on here, man. I need him to talk me down off the ledge. But okay, so who deserves a push after WrestleMania this year? Do they mean 39 or 40? Like, which one are they talking?
I got to be talking about 40.
Okay. Who deserves a push after that WrestleMania?
Zoe Stark.
Shayna Baszler. Oh,
Ew, Shayna Baszler. No.
damn. But you like, she does.
She's great, man. They floundered her after that Trish feud. That is, they ruined it for me, but they could bring it back. Have her win the Royal Rumble. Challenge? No, she can't. She's not on the level of challenge at WrestleMania.
You got Jade. Remember, you're gonna have Jade in the building too.
Ooh, scratch that, Jade. Jade deserves a push.
Forget Joey. We don't need Zoe. We don't need her anymore.
Well, bring that back in like SummerSlam or something. Wow, Jade, right now, Royal Rumble, challenge at WrestleMania.
Bro, I think she's getting that push way before. She's getting a push to WrestleMania, and that's where it's really going to take off for her, man.
Oh yeah. She's about to be a megastar.
Oh man. For me, who deserves to be pushed after WrestleMania? Well, you figure after WrestleMania is when they bring a lot of folks up, right, from NXT.
Yeah.
So if they bring up my man Trick, and they mess this up, I'm gonna be highly upset. You got to push Trick once he gets to the main roster.
Yeah, immediate title, U.S. Intercontinental.
Yeah. Get him somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's my guy.
I could agree with you there.
Huncho Kyle at Huncho_Kyle. Can you talk about the Adam Copeland and Ricky Starks promo? We did a little bit.
Yeah, we touched on it. It turned into a real life situation when Ricky Starks talked about Edge's bug eyes or Adam Copeland's bug eyes.
Do you think it will degenerate to the point where you've got like? Do you think it could go anywhere near what happened with CM Punk?
No. I feel like once they got backstage, they talked it over, and I don't see Edge being hot-headed like that.
Yeah. Never know. Maybe he is.
Hey, you never know. We don't know these people actually. We just know the persona they put on TV.
Treesus, who has the best knife edge chop in the business? Now, only knife edge, like not overhead or anything like that. Only knife edge.
I don't know a lot of choppers. I just got to go with Gunther.
Gunther's strong. It's a lot on the indies, man. It's a lot on the indies. There's a guy named Dave McCall from the Rep. Bro, it's different when, like, you can hear it on TV and you can be like, oh, man, it sounds like a clap or something like that, right? When you hear it in person, when you hear these chops in person, whole different level to it. Whole different level. What?
Yeah, toddler just walking underneath the camera.
Oh, is that why it moved? I saw it move. I'm like, why'd the camera jump like that? No, dude, Dave McCall, DJ Hyde has a crazy chop. John Silver has some great chops.
John Silver does have some nice chops. Yeah, I don't really got time to watch the indie, so I can't keep up with that other than the amazing Three Legacies wrestling.
Yeah, I'll give it to Walter. I don't know. I've never heard them live, but I'll give it to him. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. They look brutal, and that's what I see most frequently. So I'm gonna give it to Gunther. Gunther, calling him Walter.
Oh yeah, damn. Okay, my bad. Oops, my bad. At Kyle _Cecil Harvey _Paladin. What does Sir Blackston think of AEW's low crowds and Tony Khan's tweets for the last week on NXT? Damn, dude. People asking me questions. You know what I mean?
I think he asked just you because I said something about it I did a video about it. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was special. All right,
I mean, you are
okay, probably in a different type of way is what you mean. Okay, just because I go off on these little tangents. Okay, I get it. I know what it is. All right, I've come to grips with my life.
Wow.
You take anything and make it terrible, make it horrible, man.
That's what I'm saying.
My
dude flipped that so hard.
That's right.
Oh.
What was the question about Sir Black's about the low crowds and Tony Khan's tweets? I think that Tony Khan needs to chill the hell out. Chill out on the tweets, bro. You're a billionaire, all right, and you're at the head of the table of AEW. You're at the helm. You're the guy. You know what I mean? And you've got to set the tone for your talent. The people that are under you, the people that you're bringing in, the people that you want to bring in the future. The people who will decide whether or not they want to continue working with you. You got to calm down, man. Leadership is not easy, and it ain't for everybody. Now, if he doesn't have like the leadership abilities, maybe, step aside and still be the owner, But get somebody in there to hold down that position. But man, when you are out there at the forefront, you got to keep your cool. Because once the leader starts losing it, you can see how so many other things start to break down around it. Oh, now the talent is fighting. Oh, now people aren't, respecting each other backstage. You're the leader. You're the guy. You're the guy, Tony. I have faith in you. I have faith in Tony Khan. But you got to lead, man. If you're a leader of people, you got to lead. Masked Hope's a leader of people. Okay, this brother never gets off the deep end. Okay, he might talk shit about me not being a champion and call me special, but aside from that, this brother's a leader. As a matter of fact, clap it up for the Masked Hope. What did you do? You accomplished something this past week, bro. They're sending you all sorts of championship belts. They're giving you gold plates and plaques and all of that. What happened?
Oh, I even forgot about that. TikTok said I won a little. What is the sports thing? TikTok sports. Why I can't remember the name right now.
Look, it doesn't matter.
The TikTok sports program, sports partner program or something. They want little stuff like this wireless charger with the TikTok logo on it,
bro.
Yeah,
and to do that, you had to be like top 10, right?
Yeah, top 10 views out of the program,
out of sports creators.
Yeah.
So you got fucking ESPN, Fox Sports, okay, ABC Sports. You got all these NFL, all these sports outlets, and you've got the Masked Hope right there amongst them. Leader.
That's what I'm saying.
Leader.
Right there, bro.
Top tier.
I probably was number one.
You didn't type anything like, oh, you know what? Number 7 sure is a pain in the ass or bald asshole. Like, you didn't do any of that stuff. You don't have to do that because you're a leader. How did we get here? What was the question?
You brought it full circle.
Bro, I'm sweating. What was the question?
Tony Khan's tweets.
Yeah, stop. Cut that shit out. Stop tweeting, Tony. Chill out.
No, but you're right though. Lead by example. It's unbecoming of him to do this. Is it going to hurt the company? No, but it's unnecessary.
Right, and then when you start to get into situations where folks in your camp are, you've got to discipline them for whatever reason. You got to dole out disciplinary action. Now it looks hypocritical because the boss does it. Yep. Why is it a problem when I do it?
Like, bro, you did the exact same thing. Why can't I do it?
Exactly. And as far as the low numbers, man, listen, ups and downs, it happens. Every wrestling business experience highs and lows. It's going to happen like that. AEW suffered a major loss when they lost CM Punk, like it or not. They suffered a major loss. Edge, Adam Copeland, he's not CM Punk level of superstar, for whatever that's worth. Whether or not I feel that way or, whatever. Clearly, he's not making that kind of difference in the numbers, and those numbers dictate, to a degree, interest. So, they got to bounce back. I'm sure that they will. They've got enough talent. They've got enough creative people. But again, Tony just got to get out of the way and let some other people do some stuff.
Yeah, time will tell. He can change that. They could turn it around. And the bad attendance is mainly on Collision. So that goes back to that Saturday night thing.
Dude, people busy.
Yeah.
I do believe that it would be a great move for them to go to Monday.
Oh, yeah.
So
especially if WWE goes, it's just you have an audience already waiting.
You got it. And people are saying, because of the NFL, that's the reason that WWE is moving. But you know what? If Collision could pull in what WWE pulls in on a Monday night with the NFL, I think they'd be happy. They'd be fucking ecstatic with it.
Yeah.
So Treesus. Who is the greatest manager? My opinion, Paul Heyman. I'm guessing they mean all time.
I really can't think of anybody other than Paul Heyman as well. He has had the best track record.
I think Paul Heyman is definitely one of the most creative minds.
If you want to go like person for person, you could just take Brock Lesnar. Just take Brock Lesnar being managed by Paul Heyman, and that could be the greatest of all time right there. You want to go down the list, Roman Reigns, Ryback.
It's a lot of L's in Paul's. No, because now you brought up Ryback and Cesaro and all of these guys. It's a lot of L's there too, right?
I mean, it's all about balance,
Kurt Hennig's son at one point, right? Come on.
Yeah, but how much of that is his L's versus Vince not liking the people he wants?
I'm gonna go 1A because I do believe that Paul Heyman is the correct answer to this question. My 1A, Paul Bearer. Again, another Paul versus Paul. Like we got Paul, Raw and SmackDown. Now we got Paul and Paul
His
here.
name's not Paul.
He's like, neither of their names is Paul, damn it.
I'm not even sure anymore.
Paul Bearer, dude. He's not to be slept on. Paul Bearer. But Bobby Heenan. Harvey Whippleman. Jim Cornette.
That's before my time, so I don't know.
Bro, Bobby Heenan was great. He managed Earthquake, Andre the Giant, all these other cats. Even the $1 Million Man back when he had the $1 million. Vince McMahon as the corporation. He was basically a manager to, he's trash.
Yeah, I know. No, he was not.
We ain't got to push it.
He's not a good manager.
We ain't got to do all that.
Trish Stratus
with TNA.
Test and Albert. Yeah.
There you go. Jacqueline. No, do you remember Jacqueline? And you don't. But do you remember Jacqueline and Terry Runnels? They had a client named Meat.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You do?
They were PMS, pretty mean.
There you go. And they had Sean Stasiak Meat. Oh man.
It was so stupid.
R.I.P. Cherry, by the way. Cherry, she used to come out with my man on the roller skates. One of the snooker kids on the roller skates. R.I.P. him. R.I.P. her.
R.I.P.
Yeah. A lot of great managers. I don't know. Paul Heyman, Paul Bearer, and Bobby Heenan are like this, son.
Paul Bearer was actually going to be my choice until I read Paul Heyman is like, damn, yeah, Paul Heyman has to have a good track record. So
yeah, dude, and he had even before WWE, he had Austin and all of these other guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was. And I just watched a documentary. He was the main person that brought Undertaker in to Vince.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Paul Heyman, the Heyman guy. Stephen Lally. What is your least favorite wrestling pay-per-view you've ever seen? December to Dismember. WWECW, December to Dismember, 2006. Man, I've never wanted anything to be over so much that was related to wrestling. I don't think you...
I don't remember what happened on there.
No one does. I was just sitting up here trying to run through I can't think of one fucking thing that happened on that pay-per-view. Nothing.
I would say my least favorite pay-per-view would have been Invasion. I feel like they could have done so much more with WWE versus WCW.
It was disappointing. So disappointing.
Yeah, they ended it way too quick. They should have dragged it on until the biggest stars' contract expired, and they could have bring them in and do the invasion properly. But
the reason for me that it is an invasion is because in order for you to get disappointed, you have to have had expectations. You know what I mean? Like this thing has to have been, built up. And for what it's worth, for years at that point, people wanted WWF versus WCW. And it was like, all right, so these are the crumbs of what we can get. Fine. Nobody cared about December to Dismember. Nobody.
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
I
mean, I remember the name.
It's December to not remember. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
To disremember, yeah.
Disremember. Nobody cared. It was so bad. Oh man.
What was on the card?
Nothing was on the card. I don't remember. It was December to not remember.
Yeah, so it's
nothing.
Nobody remembers.
Code line is a fraud. Damage control needs to end right now, and Bailey needs to take the title. Listen, Triple H. Huh. I think he made himself heard. He made himself heard.
Yep.
Do you want Bailey to take that championship?
No. I felt like she had her time, and she could be a supporting character right now, and she's doing great in that role. So. Yeah. Why change it?
So you think, like, out of the 4 horsewomen, she's the one that should be relegated to being a supporting character now?
Damn, that's a loaded question. No, I mean yes, yes.
There ain't no stopping us now. but there is stopping you if the masked hope is in charge.
Bailey is great, but she don't need a title right now. Let her keep doing this thing with Damage Control, play that out. Maybe next year she gets a title.
I always thought that Bailey and Charlotte were the main two that just didn't, like, in terms of a character, it just didn't happen. Like, once they took the happy pigtails, bony, let's get this right, the happy ponytails Bailey out of the picture, whatever, she came back. There was like no definition. Who was Bailey at that point?
And she was basically a carry.
Exactly. And they never picked it up. Like, they gave her the soccer mom haircut. They never picked it up. They never had her actually flesh out who she was. Sasha Banks is the boss. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's established.
Becky Lynch is the man. Charlotte, okay, they kept her in a championship picture, so it kind of made sense that she would be the queen. What the hell was Bailey?
Bailey was just there.
Bailey was there. She's the person in the ring.
It's sad because she's a great in-ring competitor, but yeah, I don't know why they don't like Bailey.
I think they just can't. I don't think they know what the hell to do with her.
Yeah,
and even like just the way that they, I don't know. I like Control Alt Delete. I think they could have been great. I think they've tarnished them to the point where I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I think it's irreparable at this point, but I do want them to finish what they started.
Yeah, finish the story.
I try to avoid saying that.
All right. And last, Kedrick. Who would you like to see beat Io and Rhea for their titles? It's a great question. It's a good question.
Bianca and Zoe.
Bianca and Jade.
Jade. Why do I keep forgetting Jade? Jade, both championships.
I was thinking that earlier. I was like, dude, Jade. I was trying to justify it. I was like, dude, you don't want another 2 championships on one person. Jade with both would be great, actually. That'd be great.
I want it. I need it. Book it, Triple H. It says he's listening. Since Code Line know that he's listening. Triple H. Need Jade, double champion.
All right, UA, can you guys rank your favorite WWE pay-per-views from this year? I don't remember them all. Do you remember all of them?
I don't remember all. I barely remember the last one.
I just pulled up a list of pay-per-views and I was like, oh shit, that was this year? Like, damn. My thing is like everything runs together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why don't we say our favorite and our least favorite?
Well, my least favorite will always be the Saudi Arabia shows because they're just house shows. So
I don't even remember.
Crown Jewel.
Is that didn't Seth win the world championship at a Saudi Arabia show?
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, that was like the only highlight of the show. Could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, I think
you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Think about it. My least favorite, and it's got nothing to do with the show itself. It's got nothing to do with professional wrestling. Okay? SummerSlam. Because it was at SummerSlam that I lost my Raw Impact Radio Championship. So because I was unable to accurately predict the outcomes of the matches, I did not like the pay-per-view.
That's a good reason.
Because of that, I did not like it.
Makes sense.
That's right.
Makes sense.
What about you? What's your favorite?
My favorite.
Let's see if we got the same one here.
I don't even remember what was this year. Was Brock Roman this year?
No, it wasn't.
That was last year. Like,
yeah, I did like that though. That was cool. That SummerSlam was dope.
Yeah, that was great. I don't remember. What's yours? Let me see if I can piggyback.
My favorite. Okay, my favorite. Now a lot of people didn't like it. I don't give a shit. WrestleMania Night 2, when Roman Reigns beat Cody Rhodes. My favorite. You know what I mean? It's just for reasons. You know what I mean? For reasons. But yeah, who you said, dude, stop. All right, chill, man.
I'm telling.
So, all right, listen. All right, we're cool. I like Cody. He's gonna finish the story eventually. Okay. There's a guy over there, Kabi. This kid is like the definition of today I got time. Like, he will go in on anybody. No, man, I do. I loved it. Because I was surprised. I didn't think that Roman was going to walk away from that match as the champion, and he did. Surprisingly, I also believe that I retained. Is that accurate or?
No, I don't think you did.
We don't keep records, so who knows?
That sounds very wrong. Right?
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Yep, you should. I don't think you ever held the title. It was just
yeah.
From day one.
Well, you'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm just gonna go with a basic pick of the Royal Rumble because that's like my favorite match.
Can't go wrong with the Rumble, man.
Oh, so yeah.
Cody won it. Cody won it at number 30 by beating out Gunther, who came out at number 2. You know what I mean? That would be the only drawback for me. But yeah.
It's a fun show.
Yeah. Good time.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna dive into some
conspiracy theories. Let's do that.
Yeah. Some conspiracy theories. We got some more good ones. Of course, we're not going to do the ones this could possibly get us sued or it's too wild, but we're going to touch on some good ones.
All right.
So I didn't put who said this, but CM Punk pipe bomb was BS and a work.
Ooh. That's a good point. I don't think that it was. I think that he may have added on to it. He may have spiced and done some things and said some things that maybe they weren't intended to be on in the promo. Cutting the mic, I think, was a little bit dramatic. I think the mic probably was going to get cut either way, but maybe he went in a little bit more than he was supposed to. I don't think the whole thing was a work. But I definitely think there were things that were added in there to spice it up.
There were elements of a work. The story goes they gave him the mic and just tell him like get everything off your chest. It probably was always their plan to cut the mic.
Yeah.
So I can see why people would think it would be work. Well, everything in wrestling that's too real, everybody always assumes it's a work anyway. So I can see why people think it would be a work, but I don't think it was a work.
Yeah, no.
But it's a huge deal for Vince and Triple H to let somebody go out there and call him doofus son-in-law and what
talking shit about wife or something? Daughter and everybody. Like he was talking. He really went in. Like, and again, at that point, nothing like that had been done. Now, MJF cuts a promo where he says "F you, Tony," and you're like, okay, well, that's a word.
Yeah, that's just so innocent.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But by that point, we had never had anything like that. So.
Yeah. So that was I could see why everybody used to think it's work.
The closest thing to that was when Brett, the night after WrestleMania 13, flipped out on Vince McMahon, and that was the night that I found out that Vince McMahon was the owner of the WWE and not just an announcer. Was when Brett went at him. So you weren't watching.
Well, I wasn't watching, but I watched back documentaries and stuff. Yeah, everybody had the same sentiment. They did not know Vince was owner until that moment happened.
Oh man.
So people thought that was a work too. So. Yeah. Anything too real, people was like, this must be a work. I feel like that's a comfort thing.
Yeah.
People don't want to know that real life things going down out here. It's like, it's a work. Please be a work. Next conspiracy. Dom is Eddie's son. I mean, look at him by Puerto Rican Nerd.
I mean, he's got his haircut. Aside from that, like, I don't really see like do you see a resemblance between Dom and Eddie?
No.
He
got more of the round face of Rey Mysterio anyway.
Yeah.
Other than the height, that's like the only questionable part. But yeah.
Well, they were both very short.
Yeah, right. That's another thing. They both were short. Yeah. So
wait, who is Dominic? If it ain't Eddie, then who the hell is Dominic? Like,
there's somebody else out there.
Kevin Nash has entered the chat.
Sean Connor says Vince McMahon owns AEW.
No, no. What if he does though? Oh, what if he does? Oh my! It all makes sense now. I don't know how, but it all makes sense. He got
bored with WWE. He's like, you know what? I need something to spice this up. I need a war again. He creates AEW. Gets his good buddy Shahid Khan. It's like, yo, let your son run this for me. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
He's busy being a billionaire playboy philanthropist.
I want to inject WWE with a lethal dose of poison. AEW. You know, the whole NWO promo, except it's AEW. Vincent Kennedy, you thought you could get one over on Sir Blackson in a masked open. Hell no, we're on to you.
We're on to you. We're on you like you're on Blondes.
If AEW fails, we're going to make another one. NDA.
Jesus.
That's really what's going to destroy the WWE as we know it.
It is. Oh, wow. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, hey, I mean, that's what happened though.
No, you missed what I said. I said Vince is on. We're on to him like Vince is on to blondes.
He is. Vincent Kennedy.
He loves those blondes.
He's on blondes like white on rice.
I haven't heard that phrase in ages.
Yeah.
Final conspiracy theory bite. With four cubicle set. Daniel Bryan wasn't cleared because they know he would get in the way of Roman's monster push.
Well, wait.
That's actually the most believable one.
Is it though? Did the times line up?
I mean, yeah, because it's been years he's been trying to get back, and they were denying him. So it lines up with so many other pushes as well, though.
Well, wait, when did he come back?
I don't remember.
Because I feel like he came back before Roman Reigns, like big. Yeah, because he was champion in 2019. That's how Kofi beat him. And Roman came in for his big major push in 2020.
I mean, that's close. Like, he could have been out and they were thinking about it, and Roman came and was like, damn.
But he was already cleared at that point.
Mess this up.
He was already cleared at that point. Or did he go out again?
I feel like he went out again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that Daniel Bryan was. Can I be honest with you?
What?
I like Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Okay? I like Daniel. I think he's an incredible in-ring competitor. He's very passionate. People get behind him and all of that, the yes and all of that. It just never did it for me.
What?
Never did it for me. Love Daniel Bryan. Love Daniel Bryan. He just never did it for me.
But I even have the yes foam finger. I don't have it up here.
You don't have it.
It's probably in the basement. But I have the yes foam finger. I was deep into the yes movement, bro. Whenever they came to town, I was out there. Yes. I was loving it, man. You can see he's a banger. He wrestles. His wrestling is top notch. Like there wasn't anybody comparable to his wrestling skill, like at that pure, smooth, technical wrestling that was still exciting. Natalia, but he was doing his thing. I loved it. Yes, movement for life. I reveal.
Bro, why do you keep talking about Natalia? Why do you keep talking about Natalia? How come you keep talking about Natalia on this edition of Raw Impact Radio?
She catching strays out here. This is the Natalia episode.
She is the Sunday of my Monday hope. He's like, what the hell does that mean?
Every time you say it, I'm like, what?
I don't know. I don't know what it means. It rhymes.
Nobody knows what it means.
No one knows what it means. It's provocative. No, and I get that. Daniel Bryan, definitely. All-time great in the ring, man. All-time great in the ring, all-time great on the mic. I just never, I do like his AEW character a little bit more because at one point, he was just a straight-up killer. I like killer Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. The AEW character is like the ruthless aggression era.
If I put him up against somebody like Kurt Angle, I see how much more entertaining Kurt Angle was than Daniel Bryan. And I'm like, well, Daniel Bryan and Kurt Angle are both incredible in the ring. You could very easily say that either one of them is in contention for GOAT in terms of greatest, wrestler of all time. But Kurt Angle has the edge with the entertainment factor. I got to be entertained by a great wrestler.
You're right. But it comes right back to that same argument. Great technical wrestlers usually don't have charisma.
Exactly.
Natalia.
And that's what, God damn it. Is she a great technical wrestler? Anyway, let's not do all of that. Let's not
Come
do all
out
that.
as rabbit hole. Yeah.
But that's what made Kurt Angle stand out, because great technical wrestlers traditionally aren't. When he came in, we were leaving the Bret Hart era, and we just lost Owen. Owen Hart had a ton of charisma, and he was a great technical wrestler. So I kind of gravitate toward great technical wrestlers with a good amount of charisma. And Owen had it, Bret didn't, and I never really gravitated toward Bret until he turned heel. But Kurt Angle, he married all of that stuff together.
Yeah. He's a rare commodity right there. Someone who's a great technical wrestler and got charisma that could still entertain. You don't see that often, and it's still happening to this day.
And that's why I put him over Daniel Bryan.
But Daniel Bryan is so good in the ring, though.
So is Kurt.
Kurt is good in the ring, but Daniel Bryan, like everything, those stomps, man, those stomps where he holds your arms and like catch you right on the neck, they look brutal and safe at the same time. How do you do that?
Doesn't matter. That's in his arsenal. Kurt Angle's got stuff that looks brutal and safe at the same time. Look at the way that he German suplexed Shane through that glass at the King of the Ring. Yeah, all right, cool. Maybe he might have damn near broken his neck. Okay, maybe Shane had a concussion or two, but if you wake up, you're good. You know what I mean? So I think Kurt Angle.
That's your standard if you wake up?
Hey, he made it. You know what I mean? He's there to live to fight another day. He's jumping off a high shit. He don't care. Yeah, I got a little concussion. I'll be good to go. Kurt Angle, he was super safe in that match. And he was... they should have labeled the glass better. But, let's not get into all of that. Tomatoes, oranges. I got Kurt Angle over Daniel Bryan, man. Just because of that entertainment factor. I got Kurt Angle over Daniel Bryan.
It's a really tough argument for me because I'm loving Daniel Bryan's run in AEW.
Yeah.
I was a huge Yes Movement fan. I also loved Kurt Angle, but this ruthless Daniel Bryan, top notch, man. I'm a slightly edge him over Kurt Angle because
I like ruthless Daniel Bryan, but I look at ECW Kurt Angle when he came out there with the black mouthpiece and all of that stuff. That guy, if he had continued with that, bro, he had the remix to the theme and everything, so they couldn't chant "You suck." You suck versus Yes, man. I'm here for Kurt Angle.
We need to put this up as a question.
I think that's the question. What was the other thing that I was going to say as a question? Who gives a shit about that?
Forget that.
Something to do with
Daniel Bryan or Kurt Angle?
Daniel Bryan or Kurt Angle? That's a great question.
Who was better? The technical wrestling, charisma. Obviously, Bryan is going to win charisma, and just being ruthless. Their ruthless run.
Right.
Who was better, Daniel Bryan or Kurt Angle?
And I'm going to leave a space in just for people to write in if they want to say that Natalya was, if she deserves to be in that conversation at all. You know what I mean? At all. So.
Sir. Full circle.
Full circle, dude. Full circle. I'm going to have to blur my eyes out. That was a very uninformed decision that I made to take my glasses off. I should have thought about that.
Just put a black bar.
Exactly. He's in witness relocation for that moment. Oh, man. I think that's it, dude.
Yeah, that's it. We pretty much covered everything.
You got anything else for wrestling?
Three Legacies Wrestling has a show this weekend Saturday. I will be there. It's going to be a great show. Huh. Super Crazy is going to be the featured star.
Super Crazy. No, that's fire. That's fire. I might have to get out there to one of these Three Legacy shows, man.
You got to. It's like great local wrestling. Like, they're doing big things for Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Putting Lancaster on the map.
Yeah, there's literally been nothing in Lancaster since I've been in the area.
Oh man!
So the fact that they're doing it,
he said we got farms and farmers markets, but aside from that,
Amish,
that's
all we get out here.
Horses and cows, but now we got pro wrestling also,
and that's all I need.
That's all I need. Anything else, man?
Nah. There's one thing I always got to say. And if you've been listening to this point, get on Spotify, drop us a 5-star. That helps Spotify push us, help us make a little bit of change, and help us get talked about out here. And of course, Follow me. I'm the Masked Hope on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'm everywhere. I'm out in these streets. And I'm your Raw Impact Radio champion. I had to put
Every
that in
time,
there real
just
quick.
constantly
It's
just rubbing it in. Damn it.
I don't feel like I mentioned that enough. Yeah. I had to mention it.
And I am Sir Blackston. TikTok, I'll be good. I don't know what I did. I don't know how I pissed y'all off, right? I'll be nice.
Follow my man.
Maybe I cursed too much. Is that what it is? Do you think it's because I cursed too much? They're like deleting, like they're getting rid of people. Maybe I'll stop. I'll say with the fudge. I'll say with the helicopter and all of that other stuff. I'll do that. So please, TikTok, come back. Please, TikTok.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me, TikTok. Hey, I'm wearing a heart, damn it. All right. Wearing my heart on my sleeve.
For an Italian.
Damn right. No, but you can follow me on TikTok at Sir Blackson. Of course, you can follow the podcast at RIR Pod. And you can, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, various other places. But yeah, that's it. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for checking out Raw Impact Radio. Follow us on social media at Raw Impact Radio. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.